While focusing on its current inventory of residential units and master developments, DAMAC has underscored its continuous support to the UAE's real estate industry amid these times shaped by the COVID-19 pandemic by keeping up its long track record of being a pioneer in digital transformation. I'm Anup Oommen, the Deputy Editor of Construction Week Middle East, and joining me today on the latest episode of Construction Week's Expert Interviews is Amira Sajwani, the Senior Vice President Operations at DAMAC Properties, who will be sharing insights on DAMAC's ongoing projects, its plans for 2021, and the changing trends in the construction industry. To get the show started, thank you, Amira, for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you here with us. Amira, could you share an overview of your ongoing projects?
We have several ongoing projects from Business Bay all the way to Dubailand area. Our master plan developments are in phases. So we have construction going on throughout those master plans, as well as our separate projects such as our Aykon Heights on Sheikh Zayed Road, which is actually quite high up and soon to be delivered. We have our towers that are within our communities, such as Bellavista, that are also quite far in the progress. And of course, we have our villa construction ongoing. Most of our development has been delivered, but we still are in construction phases in some of our clusters. So we've got construction ongoing all over Dubai.
Thanks for sharing this overview, Amira. Could you go a bit more into detail regarding how much of the construction is complete and what is yet to be completed on these projects? Could you share probably details on the stakeholders involved in these projects as well?
Sure. So in our master developments, we have our two major master developments. We have our DAMAC Hills community, which is mostly constructed and built. We have our projects there, such as I mentioned, Bellavista, and our new a la carte and Green Acres villas that are now under construction. For those, we have several stakeholders in the country. We've worked with Rentut, we've worked with several of the contractors in order to diversify our portfolio of contractors that are there and deliver on time. We've just recently appointed our contractor for our Zada project in Business Bay, as well as our Icon City project constructing well and ahead of time. In Akoya Oxygen, which is our largest master development, 55 million square feet, we have several contractors there as well. We were very closely working with Arab Tech, we were working with Simplex, we were working with several contractors in that area. We've actually mostly delivered our clusters up to now and have a lot more deliveries happening in 2021. And we should be able to deliver up to 8,000 units by mid-2021 in our Koya master plan. We've just opened up our Malibu Bay wave pool, which is the first of its type in a community development and the largest of its type in the actual GCC area. And we're seeing a lot of traction on it. We're seeing a lot of attention and activities being around it. We've also opened up our DAMAC Hills parks and sports facilities. So I think adding these facilities in a community really benefits the people in terms of not having to expand outward into the city much in times of pandemic when everybody's trying to be extra cautious. So I think that will play a big factor going forward in reeling in customers for this kind of industry.
You were speaking about deliveries in 21 and 2022. Amira, what are DAMAC's plans for 2021 and 22 in terms of upcoming projects, and what do you have in the pipeline?
As DAMAC, we're very agile to market circumstances. In the last 2 years, we've launched not more than 2 to 3 new projects based on where the market supply and demand was. For us, we are a developer that are always looking at the market's conditions and are ready to go forward when the market deems it applicable to us to be able to sell. With 2021 upcoming and the expo being postponed, we're looking forward to a strong year ahead. And we have a few things in the pipeline that we're just waiting for the exact right timing to release on.
Right. That sounds quite exciting. How has DAMAC prioritized health and safety during these times, especially given the mental health and physical health of the workers during the pandemic?
We take health and safety very seriously at DAMAC. So our Icon project, for example, has logged 13 million hours without any accidents on site. During COVID times, we reduced our construction from on-site workers from 7,500 down to 3,500 in order to maintain distance. We have strict quarantine procedures on any COVID cases. We have strict usual testing for COVID on all our sites and procedures that are followed both in our head offices and on sites. So we take our health and safety very seriously. And it's not affected our business so far, alhamdulillah. We have, during the COVID time, we implemented our work from home systems. We came back in phases, and we've got our shifts and who should be in based on priority. So all of that has been sorted from a back end, and with a lot of help from our HR system and our management in general. All our leaders stepped up, and they've maintained a good enough health and safety for the company.
It's great to hear that these measures are in place, not only on site, but also, like you said, in your offices. Before we conclude, Amira, could you shed some light on the changing trends that you're witnessing in the construction industry that we were likely to see growing post-pandemic?
So we're seeing a lot of changing trends based on this pandemic. The first one, and the most one that will affect the global industry, is the work from home change in trend. A lot of companies have moved to the work from home mentality and are actually maintaining that even throughout COVID and the post-COVID pandemic, because they're seeing that office expenses are deemed unnecessary for departments that have sufficiently and efficiently been able to work from home. So I think the office commercial space supply and demand will definitely change, as a lot of companies will go digital and have a lot of their, if not all of their departments, work from home. In addition to that, when you turn and you look at your residential trends, a lot of people have moved from wanting to live in apartments to wanting to now live in villas. And that could be a result of two things. The first result would be that apartments have a lot of shared spaces, such as elevators, that people are now avoiding because of the pandemic, of course. And another thing is, I think because of the work from home mentality shift, as well as several lockdowns around the world that happened for different amounts of time, people are looking for more space today. Children who are still studying from home need a lot more space, a lot more backyard area, a lot more fresh air. So the trend of living has gone from urban high-rise towers with views to villas that have outdoor spaces and can be contained in times of pandemic. So I think that's a major change in trend that we're going to see in terms of demand and what the industry will ask for in terms of product.
It was great hearing your insights, Amira. Thank you for taking the time to join us on the show today.
No, thank you for having me.
For those of you watching, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more such videos with experts in the industry. That's all for now, and until next time, goodbye. Thanks, Amira, for joining us once again. Have a lovely day.
Thank you. You too.